Alright guys, I am just making sure everything is going to my Twitch as well as my Facebook. So let me go check those out real quick, and we're going to go ahead and get underway here in just a couple minutes. No clue what that was about. Alright, shows my Twitch online. Alright. Hope everybody's having a great night. This is kind of an unexpected kind of basic stream, but I welcome you. We are going to be talking about the Arcade1up Infinity game table. So, hello over there on YouTube. I have 3 different streams going, so hopefully you don't get lost in the mix. I have everything kind of all set to one screen, so I can see all the different chats that are going. I just want to make sure that everything is working correctly. I'll go over to my actual Facebook, make sure it's streaming okay. Hopefully it is. And it's not, but it's okay. I don't care too much on Facebook. Let's go ahead and exit Facebook. All right. So, like I mentioned, we are going to go ahead and talk about the Infinity game table by Arcade1up. Now, this is something that I saw recently and actually did a video on it, but there really hasn't been much to really talk about on it. Now, they did announce it just a few short weeks ago, but there hasn't been much information for it until now. Now, Arcade1up has actually started a Kickstarter for it just to kind of see what kind of attention they can get and what kind of feedback they can get from people. They had a $50,000 goal, which was kind of a meager goal. I mean, I guess they expected to only sell, 1,000 or maybe even 100 different versions. I think it's more like 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000. I can't math tonight, so I apologize, guys. But, they don't necessarily have to get a fortune there. Now, they have had tremendous amount of positivity from them actually putting this out there. So what we're going to do, we are going to take an in-depth look at their Kickstarter. So hopefully, hey, what's up, Wavy Wolfpack? How you doing? Going to switch over into my computer. And obviously, right now we are over at our Kickstarter right now, or at not our Kickstarter, but Arcade1up's Kickstarter for the Infinity game table. I am doing amazing, Wavy. Hopefully you are doing great as well. Hopefully you kind of get what we're looking at here. We are going to be talking about this Infinity game table. We got you over there on Twitch, and we also have my YouTube going as well. So I do welcome you to the channel, and hopefully if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you'll join me for other nights. I will probably play a little bit of Fortnite later on, but I just want to kind of talk about this for now. I'm going to go ahead and kill some people in Fortnite later on after I'm done doing this. But the Infinity game table was announced by Arcade1up, and it's a pretty cool little thing. I don't know if everybody is going to be wowed by this particular thing, because it is actually based off of board games more than anything else. You're going to have your Monopoly, Scrabble, different games like that. We're going to go ahead and just I'm going to run this video, this trailer, if you guys have not had a chance to look at the trailer yet. And tell me what you guys think about it when it's running.
Welcome, guys. This is Arcade1up. I'm Scott Backrack. I'm the CEO and founder of Tastemakers, parent company to Arcade1up. You know us. We're the guys that brought you all the games that you love and reimagine at your house. We all love arcade games. We also all love board games. We all have our favorites. Monopoly, Scrabble. That got us all thinking. What if we were able to make a device that could actually hold all of your games in one place? We did that. And now let me introduce you to the best product you've ever seen. It's the Infinity Gaming Table. So we have the best library known to mankind. And we're doing that by partnering up with the most incredible brands in the world. In addition to these classic board games, we're gonna have a whole section dedicated to activities, puzzles, coloring books, and your favorite comic books. And because it's Wi-Fi, we're gonna have our own online store with new games that you can download. The Infinity Gaming Table, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. Our machine actually knows where you're sitting around the machine. You can have up to 6 of your friends sitting at the same place at the same time. You can actually be playing with people in 2 different states. We're taking classic board games, we're pulling them all together, and we're giving you a designated hub to play your favorite board games in a true board game experience. The Infinity Gaming Table has been in the works for almost 18 months, and we're ready to go. And this is the opportunity for you to experience it first.
Alright, so that is the Infinity Gaming Table. So I did do a video not too long ago about this particular table, and a lot of people really liked it. Some people weren't completely sold on it. I myself was one of those people that was really not sold on this particular table at all. But we're just going to go ahead and take a look at their Kickstarter here a little more in detail. As you can see, they had a $50,000 goal, and they've destroyed that goal tenfold. So $760,000 earned just by people backing this particular product. So I think that's saying a lot, that a lot of people are excited about this particular table. What about you guys? You guys excited about this? Post it down below. Post it in the comments. Infinity Game Table, 1 to 6 players, as we just saw. There's a lot of this I really didn't know before because of just a little basic video they released before. Just saying, hey, this is what we're doing. So the fact that they are partnering with companies such as Hasbro to make these kind of games for this particular table is a really cool concept. Wi-Fi enabled, so you can play with your friends across the globe, 50 plus games, download the endless games, puzzles, and coloring books. It is cool they are doing coloring books and board games, and the fact that you can play 6 players just on that one machine by itself is pretty cool. I do like the fact that they have Wi-Fi play though. We said to create one of the most entertaining board game experiences we could think of. Why? Because everyone involved in the Kickstarter in this company loves board games, arcade games, and toys. I do make a lot of videos for Arcade1up because I am excited about their products. They have been doing some really innovative stuff, bringing the old games back to life, which I think is important so we don't forget where we come from when it comes to these particular games. If we forget where we come from with these games, all we care about is the flash and the flare and not the actual content of the games. Where we came from. There are people who will still go and play Atari games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, because they enjoyed the gameplay and they enjoyed the content as well as the difficulty of those games. Whereas the current ones, some people don't think they're very difficult. Or in some cases they are too difficult. So dumb it down, kind of, sort of. But make it a little more basic for some people. 1 to 6 players, Tactile Feedback. So they are going to have haptic feedback. So if you are not familiar with what that means like, say you got a PlayStation controller and it vibrates. That's really what that's all about. Download endless games, puzzles, coloring books with no monthly subscriptions or hourly fee required. So I think that's pretty important for a lot of people as well, because not everybody wants to pay for a subscription to play games or just basically rent the games. We're not talking digital board game version of these games. We're adding layers of immersion through 3D animation and graphics. The game interacts with you through what they call dynamic zoom. Provides a personalized perspective for each player. super high resolution screen, adds next level realistic depth and texture to all games, and access to dozens of board games and many more titles to be announced. Easy to store portable design. Now, I think it is important that you can just basically close the actual screen or just leave it as a standard coffee table. Some people won't even know that it actually is a big screen unless somebody says, hey, want to play a game? Yes, I can see that being a very important date night for some people. Removable legs converts from a game table to a game board. So you could take it and just put it on a big coffee table if you really wanted to do something like that. Its impact and water resistant surface, it kind of needs to be, especially if you're going to be doing games with people like kids or some people that are a little more difficult. Hopefully you don't play with any kind of friends that like to slam their drinks down or just like to horse around near these kind of toys. We're regularly working with and seeking indie game developers to create new content, making the potential unlimited. They're going to continue rolling out content for the table as it develops. Tactile feedback, basically everything we just kind of went over. And it's cool they have little pictures there showing exactly what you're able to do. Official music and dynamic zoom. And there's a couple different versions that they are going to have. So they are going to have the 24-inch screen, which is pretty cool. They do have a 32-inch screen, though. Imagine how big that's going to be, though. I mean, I've got a 27-inch screen right here and a 24-inch screen as well. And where I work, I've seen 32-inch screen monitors, and those things are pretty big, just as they are. I could probably see a 32-inch screen being better for up to 6 players, kind of huddled around the actual screen. 24, not so much. I could probably see 4 players around a 24-inch because it's not quite as big. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at my screen and trying to imagine that many people around this particular screen. Not going to work too well for me. So this shows you the 32-inch screen with and without the actual legs. So removable legs, probably just a couple basic screws or just snaps where they go back into place. Shows about 6 players. I'm assuming this is the 32-inch one right around it. Shows people playing online with each other. With, Monopoly. I do like the fact that it can tell where people are sitting. So I guess it has to do with where you touch the screen at, where it can kind of judge where you're reaching across from or pulling your cards or money towards. I do like that. Monopoly, Pandemic Battleship, Trivial Pursuit, Ticket to Ride, Scrabble. These are just some of the games that you are looking at that are very popular with people at home. Families don't play board games with each other anymore. They play video games. They get on their tablets. They get on their smartphones. And they really don't interact with each other. So this table would be great to bring a game night to families. So Chutes and Ladders and Candyland and Yahtzee. A lot of these I played when I was a kid. Yes, that was many, many years ago. But, bringing it to a whole new age group, I think is a really good idea. And it helps them interact with people face to face rather than just the online aspect of games. Yeah, it's pretty much front and center right here, Clammy. I mean, I really wish that it wasn't a pandemic that has to bring families together to play these particular games, but it is good that people are starting to kind of get to that point again. I mean, we as humans, we're not all shut-ins. We have to go out, we have to interact with people. That's where the internet has really come up hard and heavy, where people can interact. Got a webcam here. A lot of people want to interact face to face, and they haven't been able to leave the house. So the fact that people can start going out and getting together and play is really cool. Imagine playing Drunken Uno at your house. Ooh, I could see tables about to be flipped. Hopefully not this particular table. I got this card. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. I got like 4 of them. Nope. I don't see that happening. Battleship, Candyland, Drunken Chutes and Ladders. But coloring books, comic books, puzzles. Some more of the games that they are actually talking about. Trouble, chess. A lot of people love chess. I grew up playing chess. My dad beat the snot out of me in chess. Not like with the chessboard or anything like that, but sometimes it felt like it. I played against my brothers, and, I did quite well against them, but they weren't very happy with me when I was done. My mom asked them, what did you learn? They said not to play against Aubrey. So here I am. And I did get beat by some guys that were actually ranked in chess in California. And they made me pretty sad. In the press, I got some articles from IGN, Shack News, CNET. I think a lot of these people that saw that it was something to bring people together. And I know I had a lot of feedback with the video that I did for this, so I do thank people who saw this and liked it and posted in some of my other videos over here on YouTube. Announces a Wi-Fi digital board game coffee table. If you'll notice, the excitement has been around all of these different news medias. Even ones you wouldn't really think of. Kelly and Ryan Live, Wendy, I don't know, I don't care. I'm not a big Wendy Williams person. I'm not a Kelly and Ryan. I'm assuming that's Ryan Seacrest. Why we built the gaming table. So they're really just going in now to why they built this particular machine. Now you look at things like this game's Mousetrap. Man, that is a very old looking version of Mousetrap. I remember playing Mousetrap when I was younger, but man, that is... Ooh, you can definitely tell that was an old version right there. Play whether it's with friends, family, new acquaintances, doesn't matter, just play. Even before social distancing, it was hard to meet up and make time to see your friends, or even leave your house. Now that we're stuck in our homes, most of us have gained a new appreciation for playing together. Tastemakers have always valued bringing people together. They found one of the best ways to reconnect is a time-tested one, board games. So, Clammy, you were right on the money right there. So, yeah, a lot of people don't have time to play board games together or play games together or really interact with each other at home because they're going out with friends, with families, with boyfriends, with girlfriends, or both. Connecting even while miles apart. Wi-Fi capability is pretty cool. I do like the looks of this Monopoly game, though. I like Monopoly, but Monopoly was the friend killer. New happy hour, bars, restaurants, and movie theaters, great because it gives us somewhere to gather and unwind. Adds up to hundreds of dollars a month just to hang out, and with COVID restrictions, it's not even an option for most of us. Having the game table in your living room is the new happy hour spot. Buy some booze and flip some tables. So the nice thing about having this particular table is you don't have to have an entire closet full of all of these board games here. Cards Against Humanity, imagine having that on there. There can be some interesting conversations when it comes to that. But you'll be able to buy, I'm sure, multiple variations of Cards Against Humanity to play with each other, just to have stupid fun. What are the things that you have issues with? Lost game pieces, figuring out the score. Lost puzzle pieces, my God. Wasting time reading and memorizing the rules, then double checking to make sure you understood the rules. Lack of music, graphics, and sound effects. Play any video game, you'll see why this is a problem. Would you want to play a video game with no music and no sound? It really is not very fun if you do that. Running out of places to store all the game boards, as I just mentioned. You don't have to have a giant cupboard just to put these games there. Board games existed for centuries, obviously. One of the best ways to explore in a time when traveling is restricted. Historically accurate games, modern games take place in faraway lands, or just ones where you conquer the whole world. Who wants to conquer the world playing Scrabble? I'm sorry, but top of everything else, table's a platform for indie game developers. You can see all the different variations that you can actually do with this particular tablet, I guess you could say, or this particular table, where you can remove the table legs, set it on another table, And looking at some of the early concepts, some of the early concepts look kind of strange. What is in the box? Now the box actually looks pretty cool if this is the actual box itself. Now I'm seeing a lot of this for the first time, just like some of you guys are looking at it for the first time as well. Even that trailer that you saw at the beginning, I only saw a very short trailer that they showed a few weeks ago, which I put in the video I posted. Inner for the legs and power adapter, so I guess it's going to have a couple boxes that come with it. Handle reinforcement box, there's the game table, there's your table legs, power adapter. You got extra USB ports and a memory card slot right there. I'm assuming that's for charging phones, maybe even updating content, so for people that may not have Wi-Fi capabilities, they can download a game, put it on their flash drive, and move it over, or connect something like an external hard drive or flash drive to it to play movies to it. Power button, I'm assuming, volume control, tech specs, this is what a lot of people really want to see. 22 inches wide, 32 inches long, and 19.5 inches high. So it's not quite 2 feet high? I don't know. Estimated shipping box, pretty big. Android 9 operating system. Screen size 24 and 32. Wi-Fi 2.4. That kind of sucks. I'd actually like to have seen it with a 5 gigahertz one, but memory 16 gigabytes, and obviously the memory card slot. 2 gigs of RAM. 16:9 aspect ratio. And touch 10 points. 10-point touch screen, basically. And this is showing the timeline about what got them into doing this. So February of 2019. So they weren't kidding. It was about 18 months for them to come up with this idea, bring it to fruition, I guess you could say. First to the table, 24 inches. So it looks like regular retail price is going to be $5.99 for it. If you actually back it through this project and pay for it through this, you're going to save $100 on the 24-inch table. The 24-inch table for $5.79, it includes a battery, so you can actually take it on the go with you. Maybe take it and play in the middle of a field with people, go out and put it in the back of a truck. You can just hang out. You got a bigger one, $6.99 instead of $7.99 for retail. And you can also get that one with the battery as well. And this one is they're getting a little bit crazier when it comes to some of these packages that they have. This one's going to come with skins, a letter from the CEO, co-founding certificate, name added to credits. I guess for helping finance this. This one, $11.58, you're getting 2 of the games. 2 24-inch ones, 2 batteries, 2 sets of everything, basically. And then this one, you're getting 2 of the bigger 32-inch ones. So they get a free game because they did pass the $700,000 mark for perks. Next one, it's going to have Ouija, or Ouija, whatever you want to call it. I think it's Ouija. I don't know if I want to do that, especially if you live in a house that had people die in it. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that. Arcade1up, obviously. Scott Backrack. Jerry Cummings. And which games are available on the game table. This kind of gives you a better idea there. There's Pandemic. Yeah, okay, that's a game to play right now the way things are. Ticket to Ride, Monopoly, Battleship. Hungry Hippos. Or they just call it Hungry Hippos. Everybody's Hungry Hippos. I think that would be kind of a fun game. It was great to play. You just have to worry about the marbles going all over the place. Backgammon, Blackjack, Rummy, Othello. So there's a lot of classic stuff on here. Access to 20,000 comic books through Comics Plus. So looks like they have actually been talking to a lot of really good vendors here. Will new games be added? Infinity Game Table. We have access to our Play Store. We have the option to purchase as many games you like. And on top of that, you'll have the option to purchase additional skins. And this is going over the specs again. And it's there's questions that they've asked here. What if I spill my drink? Water and impact resistant. 14-day warranty with it. It's not very long. We'll have a battery. Standard model will require a power outlet, but on the higher pledge tiers, you will be able to get a battery. We'll give you 3 hours of gameplay. 3 hours isn't too bad. You know, that's enough for essentially a party. And there's a lot of stuff right here. So that's pretty much going to do it for this particular stream, guys. Like I said, there wasn't too much we were going to talk about other than this. But what I'm going to do is I may end up playing a little bit of Fortnite here. So I'm going to end up closing this out. And I'm going to probably hop back on to Fortnite. Let me make sure there's not a billion updates that need to be done. Hopefully not, because Fortnite takes forever to update, just like any of the other companies. I was even considering downloading the Call of Duty beta, the new Call of Duty beta. It doesn't look like there's a bunch of updates I need to do. So that's it for now, guys. I'll see you soon on the stream. And until then, guys, game on.